Hello, beauties. It's time. I came out to nature for this one. So, of course, there might be some wobbly camera action here. Because it's time to gather, and this phase is going to be all about our alchemy with nature. Can you feel the energy of that? I don't know if you guys have been noticing the energy shift, the energy call in the world, in the universe right now. I don't know if you've been noticing that there's this deep, deep resonance, especially for women, that's happening right now, and that resonance says, come home. Come home. Come home to our bodies. Come home to the rhythms. Come home to our ancient ways. Come home to ourselves. So you all know me. My credo is all about this vital woman that you are deep inside. And what I'm seeing in the world, excuse me, is that it's never been a deeper call for this vital woman to come forward. It's never been a deeper call for this vital woman to rise into her power, for this vital woman to capture her essence, for this vital woman to be in her greatness. But so many women are tired. So many women feel stuck. So many women feel like they can't reach it. So many women feel like it's so far away. It's not that far. It's not that far. It's inside you right now. That spark, that vitality, that signaling that you want at your cells, that strength, that's something that you know you're craving, but you can't quite identify it because it's like, God, what is that? I can't find it, I can't feel it, but it's there. I know because you all tell me that you're looking for it, you're seeking it. It's like you can sense it's time. And part of that vitality, part of that alchemy, it requires that we're actually connected to the rhythms of nature that are us. One of my big challenges with the way the world is doing healing is that it's all so separate, it's all so masculine and structural, and it's pieces and it's protocols and it's formulations and it's lab tests, and it's also cold and clinical and data driven. And it's missing the essence. And the essence is what makes you you. And void of the essence, it's all push, it's all force, it's all mechanism, and then there's no magic, there's no alchemy. There's no thing that goes beyond, that steps into the quantum, that takes you to places that you couldn't even imagine. No, that's found in nature. That's found in our relationship with nature, our relationship with our body as a living, magical being. That's found in the relationship of our body as a force of creation. And if our healing is just protocols and pieces and structural events, it doesn't get there. It doesn't step into the realm of magic. And you will force and push and protocol your way for the rest of your life. And for some people, that's fine. But for most of you, I know it's not. And for women, we are so indelibly linked to the cycles of nature. I mean, we have moon cycles, ladies. Moon cycles that tend to go with the new or the full moon. Our bodies fluctuate with the movement of celestial bodies. If you needed any more evidence that your body is divinely connected to nature and therefore nature needs to be part of your healing, I don't know what other evidence you're looking for. And the thing is that the seasonal shifts are potent moments where we're transitioning from a time to another time. And in those potent moments, certain organs are activated, certain pathways are more present, certain emotions are at the surface. And in absence of that understanding, we just feel like we're at the whim, we're being blown left, right, and center as these events take place. And we find ourselves fighting it, and we find ourselves worrying about the next cold or flu or illness, or why do I feel so funky, or why is the weather making me feel this way. We just feel put upon by nature, and it was never designed to be that way. In fact, the shifts create moments of invitation where we can actually access greater levels of what can be shifted next. But if we're wandering and we're stuck in that mechanistic mindset of separation, and that everything has to be a protocol or a lab value, we find ourselves just adrift. And there's no healing in the adrift. There's just me trying to muscle through, and here's the deal, ladies. That's that very yang energy of structure and function. And we all need some yang. When women heal with me, there's some yang. But we as women are inherently yin. We are the space between. We are the energy between moments. We are the force that gives life to creation. We're the space within which it happens. So our bodies, they need that information to heal. And when we don't have that, so when we feel very separate, when we feel very distant from ourself and from nature, and therefore from our body, we're trying to heal something that we actually don't know. We're trying to heal a structure that we don't want to be with, and it doesn't work. So one of the keys to tapping into being a vital woman is to bring yourself into knowledgeable resonance with the seasonal shift, with the organ systems, with the cosmology of that particular year, with the elements, with how it affects your body, with how we relate to it energetically and emotionally, because without that, we're adrift. And so here's what I'm offering you. We're going to spend one day. Most of you know that would mean with me 1 to 2 hours, depending on where it goes. We're going to spend one day and we're going to bring in the seasonal alchemy. We're going to bring in the alchemy, how it relates to our female body. We're going to bring in the knowledge of connection of emotion and organ and element. We're going to bring in how we resonate with that shift and what that season means for us now, and the cosmology of this year, so the things that you can do to allow the energy of this year to be a force that you harness rather than one you're subjected to. We're going to bring in these elements so you start to feel the connection that vital women feel, which is that you are alive in the world rather than being put upon by the world. We're going to give you back access to some of your power so that you can recognize that you've had it the whole time. And I'm going to teach you how to make subtle actions that resonate with that sequence of power that's happening in this certain time of the year, the autumn, the fall, so that you can actually be constructive in what you're doing and be sure that you're not actually in opposition to it, and therefore potentially inviting in more peril. That's what I'm offering. That's day one. Now, there will be a day two. And day two has a little fee. It's $33. And in day two, I will be sharing all of my secrets for responding to seasonal maladies. I will be giving you my toolkit. I will be giving you what I don't normally give except for to women that are working with me in my programs. I will be showing you how to respond and what to look for and what patterns to notice so that you know how to be responding. And I will tell you what you need to have on hand. So if day 2 appeals to you, awesome. If it doesn't, awesome too. Day 1 is going to be the recapture of your magic. So for every single one of you here, day 1, it's essential. Because if you were in this group, you're a vital woman. If you're in this group, you have that intention. If you're in this group, you want that transmission. And it's free for whomever wants it. So I look forward to spending the time with you. Unleash us. Right? That's the whole mission. That is the entirety. It is time to unleash. I like that word. It is time to unleash the vital woman on the world. Because I'm going to tell you guys, I look at the news. I see the news. I see the headlines. These are headlines are somebody else's story. This is somebody else's story. But vital women write their own stories. Vital women write their own rules. Vital women go first. Do you know in ancient societies women set the tone? Do you know why? Because we held that force of creation in such a way that we held the iteration of the next movement. And now we need vital women more than ever because you know who's writing all those stories? They're being written by men. Do you know what men are great at? Function, structure, protocol. We need function, structure, protocol in the world. But I'll tell you what, without the influence of that grounded essence of the yin, of that energy and that space within which creation happens, you get weapons. You get rigid rules. You get authoritarian actions. But when we bring vital women back into force in the world, you get wisdom. You get history. You get something that changes everything because vital women write rules that are about the movement forward that's best for all of us. Vital women set parameters and standards and protocols that actually embody the magic of the universe and the movement of seasons and the alchemy of nature. Vital women change the world. So it is my mission that there will be, in my lifetime, I will help create 1 million vital women. Because those 1 million, they will each have a sphere of influence of hundreds, if not thousands. And it is through that that we alter the world. But it begins with each of us. We're the vital woman that goes first, and then the world shifts with us. So I need you, every one of you, and you need everyone here. We need each other. We can't be the only one holding that resonance, you guys. It doesn't work if we're the only one. That's why the women who are here who work with me in Thriving Health, that's why we have a tribe. That's why our circle is so sacred. Because then you're not the only one, and your healing magnifies. So come join me on the 25th. Spend time with me in the Alchemical Center. Spend time with me resonating to the season of fall. Spend time with me bringing that resonance up in your body, accessing it, bringing your wisdom online, because it matters for the whole world. I love you. You're amazing. You're magic. I'll post the link below. I look forward to spending this sacred time with you. You're a vital woman rising, and we all know it. So come play. Come play. There's no other place to be. Follow that desire. It leads you to magic. I love you guys. Blessings. Thanks for joining me.